What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer. The one element of Overwatch 2 which has been commended time and time again since the launch of the sequel well over a year ago at this point has easily been the art direction of the game, and specifically the skins and cosmetic items which Blizzard has been adding. That's nothing to say about the price of these items, that's not really what I'm going to be addressing here today, but in terms of just the artistic quality and level of detail Blizzard has been putting into their skins since the launch of Overwatch 2, easily this has consistently been one of the strongest aspects of the game. However, are we starting to see this level of quality slip a little bit? One of the reasons I think people are starting to ask this now is particularly with the launch of Season 8 and the immense number of recolored legendary skins Blizzard is adding this season. Recoloring an existing legendary and selling it for the full price of a brand new skin is nothing new, we've seen them do this in past seasons, but starting in Season 8, we've seen a pretty sharp rise in the number of skins Blizzard is adding that fit this description. This, along with other troubles in the skins department, such as the new hero Mauga launching without any base epic or legendary skins for players to unlock, and of course, the ever-waning quality of Mythic skins at this point, well, there's quite a bit to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. And first up, let's talk about those recolored legendaries. Now, like many people it seems, my initial impression when I looked at the lineup of new skins coming in Overwatch 2 Season 8 was that the immense number of recolored skins looked pretty bad. At face value, it certainly feels lazy for Blizzard to just take existing legendary skin models and just switch up the colors a bit to make them look a bit different and then sell them as another full-priced legendary. Obviously, getting one of these isn't nearly as exciting as getting a brand new legendary skin with its own distinct model and details and everything, but that doesn't necessarily mean that a recolored legendary is a bad thing. After all, different players like different things, and maybe you like the model of a given skin, but you just don't think the colors are quite there. Well, if Blizzard ends up releasing a new version of that skin with different colors, it might be more to your taste. Also, if we actually look at the data of new skins being added for the past few seasons, I think we start to see a bit more of an accurate picture of what's really happening with all these legendary skin recolorings. So specifically looking at the three most recent seasons, being seasons 6, 7, and 8, Season 6 added 16 new legendary skins, of which 15 were wholly original, and only one of them was recolor, along with 10 epic skins, for a total of 26 new skins. In Season 7, we saw 19 legendary skins being added, 16 original, 3 recolored, along with 9 epic skins for a total of 28. And in the most recent Season 8, we saw 24 legendary skins get added, 14 of which were originals, 10 of which were recolors, along with 7 epics for a total of 31 new skins. Now, what's the important thing to take note of here? Well, first and foremost, with the rise in the number of recolors we've seen added in Season 8, we've also seen an increase in the overall number of skins being added to the game, with the number of original legendary skins, being a skin that has a brand new model distinct from anything that's existed in the game prior, actually staying relatively on par with what we've seen in previous seasons. The 10 legendary recolored skins we got in Season 8 are actually largely either replacing what otherwise would have been epic skins, or are simply being added as new skins beyond the wholly original new legendaries. Which is why I've come to the decision at this point that recolored legendary skins on their own aren't inherently a bad thing, but rather, it all depends on how Blizzard decides to go about implementing them. In a sense, you could think of recolored legendaries as basically an epic skin for an existing legendary. Epic skins, by default, take the base hero's model and change up only minor details of it, such as changing the texturing, the colors, and maybe even the head model, but typically nothing beyond that. So, by that standard, the recolored legendary skins we've been seeing lately are basically just giving an existing legendary skin the epic skin treatment, which is to take the existing model for that legendary and then just tweak up the colors, detailing, and simple things like that. So going forward, I think if Blizzard actually focuses on recoloring existing legendaries as a sort of replacement to what typically would have been epic skins, then they can actually make for pretty good inclusions. In a lot of instances, I think recolors are actually kind of a great thing. The example I gave earlier of having a preference of one color scheme over another when it comes to a given legendary skin certainly applies, but already we're starting to see Blizzard implement a bit more substantial changes with these recolored legendaries. I think the new Sigma Plunderer skin is a perfect example of this. It takes the old Flying Dutchman skin from the Halloween event back in Overwatch 1 and turns Sigma from a ghost pirate into a regular pirate. Sure, they're still both pirates, but it's pretty distinct to have one be a ghost undead pirate and the other a normal pirate. Both have their own distinct aesthetics that feel very welcome in the game and welcome for Sigma as a hero, and if Blizzard was able to bring us the non-ghost pirate form by just recoloring the ghost, then yeah, that's great. So while I certainly understand the initial knee-jerk reaction many people are having to the recolored legendaries, seeing them as merely a lazy effort by Blizzard to add more skins to the game, I think as long as Blizzard isn't replacing new legendaries exclusively with the recolors, and instead focuses on making the recolored legendaries a replacement for what previously would have been new epic skins getting added, then it actually introduces a lot of cool potential for new skins that we otherwise wouldn't have seen. If there does come a day where Blizzard stops adding new original legendaries and we only get recolors, yeah, that's gonna certainly be an issue and you're definitely gonna hear a lot of complaints about it from me. But for now, I think Blizzard is actually approaching this from a pretty good angle. And especially with so many of these recolored skins basically being specifically for the holiday theming of Season 8, I really don't have an issue with them just giving us a wrapping paper version of Cardboard Reinhardt or a Christmassy Timekeeper Kiriko. The alternative is that we probably would have just gotten epic skins for these heroes instead, so I like that Blizzard's doing something a bit different by giving us a legendary version of what otherwise would have just been a simple recoloring of their base skin. However, while I think the recolored legendary skins are actually a bit of a misunderstanding on a lot of people's part, I don't think there is much misunderstanding when it comes to the other things I need to talk about here in today's video. So next up, let's talk about Mauga. Yes, the lovely hero Mauga, which everybody has been so highly anticipating for so many years at this point. At long last, he is a playable hero in the game, and he has less than the bare minimum of base cosmetic items. It's true, he does have the very standard rare quality recolors with the red, blue, green, and white variants of his base skin, and he does have his legendary shop and battle pass skin, but there are 0 other base skins for him at this point. Since the launch of Overwatch 2, we've already been seeing a bit of a downward trend when it comes to new heroes getting added and their selection of initial skins. Since launch, basically, heroes have only been getting 1 new legendary with 2 different color versions of it, as opposed to back in Overwatch 1, where heroes would typically get 2 distinct skins, each with 2 color palette variants. And with some of the more recent heroes, we've even seen a decrease in the number of epic skins they're getting as well. But Mauga, needless to say, sets an absolute new low with having 0 base legendary skins being added and 0 epic skins on top of that. So much for us getting that fan favorite Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses skin we were all anticipating with the launch of Season 8. That skin is nowhere to be seen, nor is any other skins for players to unlock without having to spend money in either the shop or on the battle pass. I don't know if Blizzard is planning to add these a bit later down the line or something like that, or has some sort of special event or set of challenges that'll be added for free-to-play players to potentially earn different skins for Mauga. But the utter lack of skins and cosmetics for the hero is, frankly, disappointing. I gotta admit, it does make me sort of wonder about the development process of Mauga as a hero. We of course know he's been a hero in development for many, many years, which you think would mean that they would have a number of skins ready for him once he finally does release, because not only would they have plenty of time to concept skins that he might end up getting, but also time to develop them as they're developing him as a hero. But no, there's pretty much nothing for him in terms of skins at launch, and I'm not really sure why. As much as I hate to have to jump to this conclusion, I can't help but wonder if this is strictly a money-based thing. In an effort to get people to spend more money on the game, is Blizzard now gonna stop adding base legendary skins and epics for new heroes, which historically have been purchasable with credits, as opposed to having to purchase either the Battle Pass or Overwatch coins in order to unlock? That certainly seems to be the case at present and would definitely make sense with Blizzard's tendencies over the years, but I don't know. Maybe this is just a development sort of thing. Maybe for some reason the skins department just wasn't able to pump out base legendary skins for Mauga when he very clearly should have gotten some. It's a bit of a mystery, frankly, but nonetheless, it is very disappointing, and I certainly hope this is not setting a standard for new heroes going forward. Will Venture end up suffering the same fate when they launch later next year? I don't know. I certainly hope not, but I am a bit worried based off of what we've seen happen right now with the most recent edition of Mauga. And that then brings us to the final skins topic I need to talk about here today, one which is unfortunately not even a new conversation at this point, but rather a continuation of yet another downward trend we've been seeing when it comes to Overwatch, which is the state of Mythic skins. Yes, Mythic skins, those phenomenal, higher than legendary tier skins which Blizzard first introduced as being highly customizable, highly unique, and highly detailed in their nature, and now just a little more than a year after the launch of Overwatch 2 and their addition as a new type of cosmetic in the game, we've seen them relegated to glorified legendaries, I think is the best way to put it. Going back in time a bit, let's take a look at the very first Mythic skin, Cyber Demon Genji. This skin was phenomenal. Not only did it have extensive customization options, but the detail of the skin itself was so cool. The way the face would open up to reveal the skull mask underneath it, all the visual and sound effects of it. This was a really, really cool skin on an objective level. However, how do more recent Mythic skins, such as Grand Beast Orisa, Onryo Hanzo, and War God Ana, really hold up to this? Well, first and foremost, the amount of customization available in the more recent Mythic skins has taken a tremendous nosedive. Gone are the days of being able to customize the different armor and headpieces for these heroes. Nope, now it's basically only been relegated to weapons and color schemes. Granted, these skins do still often have unique visual and sound effects with them, such as the Bone Dragons for Onryo Hanzo and the Sandstorm Terra Surge for Grand Beast Orisa. But while these are really cool details for the skins themselves to have, it still simply doesn't hold up to the level of customization which we were initially promised as being one of the main selling points of Mythic skins as a skin type. While I may be forgiving of Blizzard adding recolored legendary skins as replacements for epics as opposed to brand new legendaries, I gotta say, I don't really think there's any other way of looking at the current state of Mythic skins other than lack of effort on Blizzard's part. That's not to say these Mythic skins aren't still phenomenal looking in and of themselves, but I have to ask, why is Blizzard taking away the customization? Grand Beast Orisa, I think, is a perfect example of how much of a missed opportunity these Mythic skins are ultimately ending up being, given that this skin is supposed to be a pseudo-mythological exo-type creature. Sure, the different colors are cool, but think about all the potential there would have been with there being different head and armor customization options. There could be different heads, each styled after a different type of animal, and the armor could be changed to have spikes, some sort of hard protective shell, maybe even wings. There's so much potential when it comes to coming up with a fantastical creature like this, and we basically got none of that. All you can customize is the color and the weapon, of which the latter is pretty minimal in the amount of difference between the two weapon options. I simply cannot get over how much of a missed opportunity Grand Beast Orisa is in terms of its customization. Out of all the Mythic skins they've added thus far, this should be the one that has the most potential for variety in terms of appearance, and yet it has some of the least amount of customization we've seen to date for Mythics. Honestly, Blizzard, this is one area where I really think you're falling short in terms of cosmetics. Again, never mind the price of skins and other cosmetics in Overwatch 2. That's a whole separate discussion, which I will not be touching on here today because, well, it's its own whole separate discussion. But when it comes to the quality of Mythic skins, Blizzard, please step it up, because Mythics were so cool when you first introduced them, and now they're just not. But that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Definitely let me know your thoughts on the state of skins in Overwatch 2 by dropping a comment down below. Do you have any strong thoughts one way or the other when it comes to Blizzard recoloring existing legendary skins? What do you think about Mythic skins such as Grand Beast Orisa and their lack of customization? Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and as always, subscribe, hit up that bell icon, come follow me on X, and join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch 2 news, streams, and other content. And special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible. If you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. And otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.